Hey, what's going on, my secret lovers? It's Tucker, and I'm back with another addition to my best setup series, and this one is featuring the MP7. This happens to be a very special episode because it's also my Valentine's Day episode. But before we get started, I want to give a couple shout outs to a couple of people because no one should feel lonely on Valentine's Day like I'm sure these guys do. So shout out to my sick buddy Flash. I hope you get to feeling better soon, man. And shout out to Aaron, who is gay and doesn't have internet anymore because he was illegally downloading music. Haha. So to honor Valentine's Day correctly, let's go ahead and get this thing started with some sexiness, shall we?
I've been really trying, baby.
Nothing says Happy Valentine's Day quite like that, eh guys? That's gotta be sweeter than any box of chocolate you'll ever receive. Well, before this gets any weirder, I'm just gonna hop on over to the regular part of the episode. Anyway, moving on now. I've been toying around with the MP7 today and most of the week, and I found a setup that suits me well, I guess well. But with that being said, I absolutely cannot stand the MP7. It is a piece of crap. It is the biggest, inaccurate, just piece of garbage gun in the game, in my opinion. Now, I know that some of you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, whatever, I love the MP7. But to me, it's just not, it's definitely not the same gun that was in MW3, and I know it's hard to compare guns between Treyarch and Infinity Ward, but that's how I'm going to do it. I don't know what Treyarch was thinking because this gun was so big in MW3 and it was so accurate and just such a good gun. I don't understand how in 13 years in the future the gun can go from being amazing to a huge piece of garbage with all the advances in technology and everything. But I have found a setup that makes the gun slightly better and sort of Febrezes the turd, if you know what I mean. But pause the video here if you guys need to look. But I'm going to go on with some gameplay. The attachments that I equipped are the foregrip for added accuracy and stability for the gun because it's crap. The recoil's bad on it. The reflex sight, and I know many of you don't like to add the sight to the MP7 because it has such a clean and crisp iron sight on it. But the muzzle flash and the bulk of the body of the gun make it hard for me to see below where I was actually aiming at, and it may not seem like that big of a deal, but it's more of an issue than you really think, especially when you're on top of the containers, cargo, or looking out of a window on raid. It's just a hassle in my opinion, and really a nuisance. The last and most important thing to add to the gun, and I know this is going to cause a lot of controversy, but the suppressor. I didn't want to add the silencer because if you guys watched my last video, you heard me say that I like the enemies to know where I'm at during Team Deathmatch, but it really makes a huge difference with this gun's recoil. For some reason, the gun doesn't bounce as much when the silencer is added, and the silencer takes away that god-awful muzzle flash. I'm not going to go into too much more detail for the rest of my setup because it's pretty much self-explanatory, but I did not have a sidearm because I sacrificed it for the primary gunfighter wildcard. My perks are flak jacket, scavenger, and dexterity. I have C4 and one EMP grenade equipped because I sacrificed the other one for the primary gunfighter. But I have the EMP grenade equipped because here lately there have been a lot of Guardians and Sentry guns put into place, and I don't really know what's up with that, but yeah. If you guys have been paying attention to the gameplay, you will have seen that just exactly what I was talking about with the iron sights. I look down them and kill the person that I'm aiming at, but then get pooped on by somebody that's either below me or something stupid like that. But when I switch to my class that has the suppressor on it, all of my shots seem to be more accurate with no muzzle flash and reduced recoil. So now that you guys have my opinion on the gun, let me hear yours. Make sure to leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section below. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Make sure to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Lightning strike.